6, Identities. So identities are stories in people's minds about what it means to be a particular kind of person. My example of identities comes from Men's Health magazine. Like any men's lifestyle magazine, Men's Health tells stories about what it means to be an ideal man. The stories can be seen clearly on the cover, where muscular, semi-naked men look out at the reader. But this isn't just any man, this is the future you, if you follow the advice of the magazine. As McCracken puts it, the cover is a window to the future self. The cover has short noun phrases like beach muscle and imperatives, train like the toughest man on earth. And by appearing on the cover of a lifestyle magazine, these short phrases presuppose their own desirability. By investigating these phrases, we can discover what stories the magazine tells about the ideal man. One of the main stories, of course, is that the ideal man has enormous muscles. Build big arms, build 6 kilograms of hard muscle, 6-pack abs, 20% more muscle, muscle, power, speed. This may make the average reader feel inadequate and encourage them to buy the enormous, powerful cars that the magazine advertises to compensate. But there's another environmental aspect to huge muscles. Another story that the magazine tells is that the ideal man is a meat eater. Not just that, but a red meat eater. Over and over again, the magazine connects meat with muscle, with manliness. This first example, I eat a lot of meat, I'm not boasting, presupposes that eating a lot of meat is the kind of thing that men would be proud of. The second example is a war metaphor, where meat is represented as a weapon in a battle. Taken together, the language and images in the magazine tell the story that the ideal man eats a lot of meat to grow huge muscles. If stories influence how we think, talk and act, then this one can encourage men to eat large quantities of meat. Animal farming is, of course, one of the leading contributors to climate change. It's highly inefficient in terms of resources, it's polluting and it's cruel to animals. We can say that the identity of the big muscled meat eater is a destructive identity. There's another story that runs through Men's Health magazine, that the ideal man is violent and highly competitive.
Use explosive power like a Norman knight. Norman knights use the high protein content of their meat to build the explosive power required for successful Saxon smashing.
The ideal man works out on his own to gain power, status, muscle, and improve his performance so that he can compete and beat other men. But just think about all that energy and effort being wasted, when it could go into actions which benefit the world. There'd be no more environmental problems at all if we turned all that manpower into positive actions. But there is one exception, where men are portrayed as connecting with other people rather than being isolated. And that is sex. But even sex is used as an excuse for a workout.
Bulk up, slim down with sex. The corgasm. Lie back and think of muscle. The dirty weekend that burns 10,000 calories.
So overall, the identities that Men's Health magazine sets up for men can be seen as environmentally destructive, encouraging the average man to feel inadequate and solve this problem through consuming the powerful cars advertised in the magazine, eating lots of meat, working out and competing with others rather than doing something useful in the world.